Hello dear students. In this module we will discuss the long question answers of chapter 8 Habitat of the Living. The first question is abiotic and biotic worlds are interdependent on one another. Elaborate this statement. Dear students, as we know, abiotic components are the non-living components, whereas biotic components include all the living organisms. It may be plants, animals or microorganisms. So all these components, biotic and abiotic, depend on each other. All organisms interact and depend upon each other. They are also dependent on the biotic world for their survival. The biodiversity of a region on the earth depends upon the heat, temperature, rainfall and humidity of that area. So, we can say that abiotic and biotic worlds are interdependent on one another. Now, the next question is, what do you mean by the term adaptation? Explain giving suitable examples. Adaptation is the change that an organism undergoes to adapt to its surroundings. For example, animals that live in the hot desert show many adaptations to survive, like many small animals hide under rocks or they dig burrows underground and stay there during the daytime. Some of them remain inactive in the summer, which is known as estivation. Large desert animals try to stay in shady areas during the daytime so that they can save water in their body. And they obtain water from the food they eat, like plants. The camel stores its food as fat in humps on its back. Many animals are nocturnal. They sleep during the hot daytime and come out at night to eat and hunt. Now, the next question is, describe the types of aquatic plants and animals. The plants which live in water are known as hydrophytes. They can be free floating or submerged in water. Roots of these aquatic plants are small because they need not to search water and they are poorly developed. Stem is long, slender, weak, spongy and flexible in nature. Submerged plants do not have a strong water transport system in their stems and they absorb water, nutrients, dissolved gases directly through the leaves from the water. Animals living in water are called hydrocoels. They have fins, webbed feet that help them in swimming. They have air-filled organs and bladder that make them lighter and help them to remain afloat. The body is covered with a waxy layer of scales to protect them from decaying in water. They have special respiratory organs called gills which help in exchange of gases in water. The next question is, distinguish between the various types of habitats. The various habitats are like this. Number 1, forest habitats. The land area covered mostly by trees and plants form a forest, and a vast variety of plants and animals are seen in these forests. Depending on the kind of vegetation, forests can be classified into tropical, rainforest, temperate and boreal forest. Next habitat is grassland habitats. Grasslands are big open spaces covered by grass. There are very few trees and herbs in grassland. These are home to large herds of grazing mammals such as the zebras. Now the next type of habitat is desert habitats. Deserts are regions on the earth's surface which show extreme climatic conditions. They have extreme heat and dryness. They get very little or no rainfall. Next is tundra habitat or polar regions. Tundra regions lie under the North Pole. The soil in the tundra regions is often frozen. Water is unavailable during most of the year. Next type of habitat is aquatic habitat. Living organisms also live in water bodies. There are two types of water bodies on the earth's surface: freshwater bodies like rivers, lakes, ponds, and saltwater bodies like the oceans. The next question is, what are deciduous trees? How do they survive? Deciduous trees have leaves that change color in autumn, fall off in winter, and grow back in spring. They drop their leaves in winters to save the water. They have broad leaves to capture energy from the sun and convert it to food by the photosynthesis process. Thank you.